Hello everyone, it's Dopamine Coasters here. I'm back at the American Dream Mall, this time for Nickelodeon Universe. Last time I went to the water park, but I didn't really, they let me in for free for Nick Universe because Shellraiser and Bronco weren't open. And they're like, oh, coaster enthusiasts, so the manager let us in. But I didn't get to do Shellraiser because it was down for most of this month. But I called, emailed, and now on the site it says that it's actually open. But knowing Nick Universe, rides have been closed even when it didn't say so on the website. So I'm a little excited but nervous at the same time to see whether it'll open. And if it's open, I'm very excited to actually get on it once and for all after waiting 2 years and not being able to get on it for 2 years. So yeah, pretty excited. I'm gonna get to the park and see the operational status pretty soon. Alright, so we're approaching Nick Universe. It doesn't seem like Shellraiser is running, but I might be wrong. That'll be very disappointing if I don't get to do it again. Let's check the ride closure list. There's this, at the ticket booth, there's this screen. Alright. It does not say that Shellraiser is closed today. It's only Sandy's Blasting Bronco, Adam Smasher, and Jumping Genies. That is not what the website says. So the website is not accurate, but it says Shellraiser is open. And I have no idea what is actually going on. So let me actually go near the park and check it out. There it is. Oh, so it's not running. It usually runs. Yeah, it's closed. That is so weird. Well, that's a disappointment. Okay, so there was a bit of a confusion here. Shellraiser is actually opening later today. The attendants at the front who were scanning the wristband told me that it was not going to run, but as you can see right now, it is actually testing. They just had a 40-minute delay. I'm pretty excited. I heard it was rough, so I've prepared myself for the potential rough patches that could happen. But I've been wanting to ride this for years because of how much it's been closed, so I'm pretty excited. So until it opens up, I'm actually going to go do Slime Streak since I haven't done that either. The only 2 coasters I've done here were Shredder and Half Pipe Havoc. So I'm just going to get on Slime Streak because I saw that running. And then hopefully Nick Universe will be open after. Not Nick Universe, hopefully, yes, of course Nick Universe is open. I'm at the park right now. I can't freaking speak. Hopefully Shellraiser will be open afterwards. Apparently someone's telling me that the loud music is going to cost me a copyright claim. Very unfortunate. The air glider is probably going to do that sometime today. There goes Shellraiser. Okay, I can't find the entrance to Slime Streak. This is very weird. This is the Nick Quick Pass entrance, but the regular entrance is nowhere to be found. So apparently the Nick Quick Pass entrance was actually for both. So this park is already being very confusing. Strike one. So I just finished Slime Streak. That was just nothing. It didn't do anything. Wasn't too rough. I felt some rattle, some pothole. Not potholes actually. More of just a slight vibration. It wasn't uncomfortable or anything. But other YouTubers are right when they say that this is forceless and it's like the park monorail. I mean, it's a little bit more than the park monorail because it moves you around, but every airtime hill I was hoping for there to be a slight pop of airtime, and there was no airtime whatsoever. Strike two. So I'm actually gonna head to Shellraiser now. I saw it texting over and over again. It's been testing for a while now. And I'm going to ask when it's gonna open because the manager actually told me that it was just a delay. So I really hope to ride it. See the entrance over there. And if I don't get to ride it again, that'll be a big disappointment because I couldn't ride it for a while because of breakdowns and because it was always closed. So I mean, why have a ride like this if you're never actually gonna operate it? Oh, people were on it. I think I saw people on it. Yes, people are actually on it now. I can't see with the camera, but let me try to see in an angle. People are on it. The camera cannot see it because this camera sucks. But I saw people on it. So I'm pretty excited right now. And I'm gonna ride and then tell you what I think. So yeah, finally get to ride it. So this is the moment. I'm about to board. Pretty excited. That is whenever the next train comes. There's only 2 trains right now. And I bet they're keeping another one, knowing Nickelodeon Universe. But here it comes, and now I'm gonna get to ride. I'll tell you what I think afterwards. Alright, so I just rode Shellraiser. Honestly, I don't know why people said it was unbearably rough. I sat in the back middle, so that could maybe be it. A lot of people said the back is smoother. But I would say that, yes, there was the pothole right after the drop on the way up to the inversion after the drop. But it wasn't painful or anything. I felt a slight rattle, but it's like nowhere near as bad as other roller coasters. In terms of the intensity, it did disappoint a little bit. I was expecting the inversions to be more forceful than they were, but this drop right over here actually dropped my stomach pretty good. And this inversion here has good hang time. Coast Dunes, when I watched the Coast Dunes review, he said this launch was super forceful. Here it comes. But actually, it is pretty forceful, but definitely not as much as King Dakar. King Dakar's launch is way more forceful than Shellraiser. So yeah, I'm actually gonna do it again. That was really fun. Doesn't make my top 25. No, it doesn't. But it's still something I would want to do over and over again. It's still a great, decent ride. Not to mention that the drop was actually kind of surprising. I wasn't expecting much from the Beyond Vertical drop, but still, Cannibal's drop is better, but it was still really, really good. Actually, the most painful part of the ride is the abrupt brakes and the abrupt stop before the drop. That's even more painful than the rattle. The rattle is something that you can feel, but it's noticeable, you can feel it, but it's not painful. It's like, it's just there. Watch your head and shells and tread carefully as you head out. I cannot freaking talk because the spiel is way too loud. Anyways, I was surprised that the rattle wasn't as bad. I thought I would come off of it not liking it. But pretty good. I'm gonna go do it again. Well, you know how a lot of people say that Nick Universe is first come, first serve? It's go time. They literally have rows over there. They have rows for busy days where people could stand in the rows. It's not like Ride Playland on the freaking Dragon Coaster, where you just run in and then you fight over random strangers. Oh, I want the front. No, I want the front. No, I want the front. Luckily, it actually isn't that way here. Okay, so I did Shellraiser again, this time in the front row on the wheel seat. This is an unpopular opinion, but that was so much better than the back. Yes, the rough patches where it shakes you up in random spots were a bit stronger. The only really painful rough patch I've noticed, not painful, it's not even painful, the only like stronger or like more strong rough patch I've noticed was right over there on the way up to the inversion after the drop. But surprisingly, the rough patches or the shakiness felt bumpy. It didn't feel like a painful rattle, it felt bumpy, and it actually added to the ride experience and made it feel more intense. I've said that about many different roller coasters. People on Reddit said it's the roughest major coaster in the state and that it's unbearably rough. I highly disagree. The roughness made it so much better. I'm actually serious. Oh, and by the way, that launch in the front was stronger than King Dakar. My head was literally slammed against the seat. It was literally pushed against the seat. But yeah, that was awesome in the front, so much better. I'm gonna do it multiple more times today, especially since the lines are short, even though it's a Sunday. All right, so I finished Shellraiser twice in the front row. Honestly, now it actually does make my top 25. I'm like addicted to that ride. That was really good. After doing it 2 more times in the front, it has made my top 25 for sure. I actually like the front and the back equally. The front and the back both specialize in different elements. The front is better for the launch and the intensity and fun factor of the wind. The back is better for both drops. The first drop, the mini drop right before the Heartline roll, and also the main drop off the lift hill, the one that would be on the signature drop that this ride is known for. The drops are better in the back. Front row is better for bumpiness, insanity, wind, and intensity in the launch. Just to sum it up, I'm probably gonna do Aang's Air Glider now. I haven't done the flats here. I've done Timmy's and Shredder, so I might skip those for today. Pretty excited to see what this ride delivers. I just got off Aang's Air Glider. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of these type of flat rides. I just flip you over and over again. I mean, the hang time is nice, but I mean, it's just very repetitive. That's why I'm not the biggest fan of flats, and roller coasters is my favorite type. Obviously, since I'm an enthusiast. But yeah, I definitely want to do Shellraiser sometime later today. It's so loud in this park. I hope you can hear my voice. Especially since I'm wearing a mask. Next up, Craig Prime Pandemonium. So I just got off Craig's Prime Pandemonium. That was really good, actually. It felt like you were just hanging there and bypassing the restraints. That was better than Aang's Air Glider, but it was still a repetitive flat ride, so not my favorite, but that was better than I remembered. Oh my gosh, do you see that inversion shaking? Oh my god, that inversion over there on Shellraiser is shaking. That is so scary. That is so frightening. Not to sound like a GP, but that does not look good at all. See that right over there wobbling? Holy crap. The train just went over the inversion and now it's wobbling even worse. That is pretty bad. As you can see. So from what it looks like, Sandy's blasting Bronco is not in good shape. As you can see, the train is just sitting there without any headrest or lap bar. I don't know what's going on. This park is just weird. Honestly, I feel like there's just something missing from this park. There's something left to be desired. Besides Shellraiser, it isn't that good for thrill seekers, and honestly, with this thing open, it'll be much better. From what I hear, it's very intense and has 2 really good launches. I mean, at least Shellraiser was open, so I should be grateful for that. Oh my gosh, that is so loud. But I mean, I really see this park would be more complete with this thing. But unfortunately, I heard it's been closed since October, and it seems like this ride isn't really going to survive much longer. I honestly think this might be permanently closed because of how long it's been down, and it's just such a complicated ride for Nick Universe to manage. Like, American Dream's maintenance kind of sucks, I'm gonna put it bluntly. And Sandy's Blasting Bronco is no exception. This is a complicated Intamin launch coaster that has been very hard for them to manage, so I think it might be going bye-bye. I hope they could find a good replacement, if it ever ends up going. But I hope I get to do this at one point or another. Many enthusiasts got lucky and got to do it. But I don't know if it's ever gonna open again. I mean, that is what I said with Shellraiser. I was worried it was gonna be permanently closed. But it was open today and I got to do it over 4 times, so you never know. Just sad this thing's closed. Just train, supports, wheels, no headrests. No headrest, no lap bar, just train, support, and wheels. This is so weird. I've never seen a train disassembled like this before. Alright, so I just got some insight as to what's happening with Sandy's Blasting Bronco after speaking to a maintenance person. They explained to me the whole situation. So let me just tell you right now before I forget, instead of scripting it on YouTube and saying it on screen, let me just tell you right now. So what's going on is that, and I heard this from a maintenance guy who was actually working on this. It's been closed for annual maintenance since October. In October, they actually closed it for annual maintenance, and all they were meaning to do was just annual maintenance. But that thing is loud. Anyways, though, they were meaning to do annual maintenance, but what happened was the maintenance guy the maintenance person made a mistake, and when he tried to put the wheel assemblies back on the track, the bogie wheels, which is the metal piece that holds the spinning wheels together. I can show you an example maybe in the video. It's basically a metal piece that holds the wheels on the track that is under each train. I mean, I don't know, I'm not good at explaining this. Maybe El Toro Ryan, he knows that stuff, he could explain that stuff to you better. But it bent. The maintenance person made a mistake and the bogie wheels bent. And that was in November when the bogie wheels bent, and it wouldn't fit on the track. Because they made a mistake and it bent, the bogie wheels failed to fit on the track. And they're still failing to fit on the track. So they spoke to Intamin, and Intamin, as of right now, Intamin told them the estimate for the new bogie pieces, because they ordered new bogie pieces for the wheels. Estimated time is 7 weeks. Like I said, Intamin has pretty bad reliability, so when Intamin says 7 weeks, it's probably going to take longer. They don't know right now. They're really trying to get it back open. The estimate is maybe March or April. Good thing they removed the estimated reopening date on the website, because they honestly really don't know, and I really appreciate American Dream being transparent that they don't know. But in case all of you are wondering what was going on with this, let me just summarize that the maintenance, during annual maintenance, they screwed up the bogie wheels. It couldn't fit on the track, and now Intamin is taking a long time to ship new ones. So I really see why they don't know. It's not because they're being incompetent or anything. They actually genuinely don't know. At this point, it's up to Intamin as to whether they're actually going to give them the bogie wheels, the new bogie wheels. But I don't know if this is permanently closing. If they still can't figure out the bogie wheels, then, you know, maybe it's a possibility. But I was wrong about Shellraiser permanently closing. So, I might be wrong about this too. As of Shellraiser, the reason it was closed for half of this month was because one of the support bolts on this inversion right over here came out and were loose. So they needed to wait for another bolt from Gerstlauer. The manager, when letting me in for free last time, I don't know if I told you that story. I wrote it on Reddit, basically, I think. So, yeah. She just told me they were waiting for a part, but... And now I can tell you that the part was the metal bolt. I'm really happy that I got to talk to a maintenance person. So, you know, I might do a thorough, in-depth video. I'll try to be as accurate as El Toro Ryan. A full in-depth video of what's happening with blasting Bronco, because I know what's going on now. I'm not as good as describing roller coaster mechanics. Things wobbling. As good as El Toro Ryan, but I will try my best. Also, since I'm not scripting right now, obviously, since I'm at a park, I'm not writing a script. I'm saying words over and over again, and I'm having trouble choosing the correct words. So I apologize if I'm correcting myself too much or stuttering over one word. I don't have a script right now. And that's why I rely on script when making videos. So, I rode Shellraiser about 10 times. Took footage of some other rides. And I'm gonna call it a day. Honestly, this park is leaving something to be desired. Besides Shellraiser, Shellraiser is fantastic. That really blew me away. Stay tuned for another video. My next video might be about Sandy's, or might be about this place in general. So stay tuned for another video, and see you all next time.